Hello and welcome. This video we're looking at the new Genesis bundle, and the first part we're going to be looking at the Grissom. So we'll be doing the Vanity shields that are available from the Dilithium store. These pop in during certain events of the year. Then we'll also be looking at the one from the Zen store. As always, there is chapters in the description down below, along with other links as well. So the first shield we'll be looking at is the Alliance Vanity shield. This shield is available in the Zen store as part of the Khitomer Alliance bundle, where you also get a uniform and an upgrade, and it is currently the only shield that is available in the Zen store. So for the shield itself, we have this white hull material. We've also got some gold and some grey material there as well. We've got this orange plasma look for the Bizarre collectors. Then we've got the cyan lighting there as the warp nacelle effect. At the rear, the impulse engines go on a spectrum, red, orange, yellow into white, and then back again. Then we see that cyan effect there for the nacelle itself. It's got the station keeping lights there, blinking away quite the thing. Then as we look down, got the deflector array effects here, the cyan lighting. Then we see more of the gold shading, the grey shading, more of the cyan lighting as well, and some of the red piping as well. Then the underside again, some more of that red piping there, a bit more of the cyan lighting, the grey shading, and then quite a bit of the gold shading there on the underside of the primary hull. Moving on to the Dilithium store now. This is the Baul Vanity shield. It's a very, very popular shield in the game. So this black hull material, yes, dull cyan lighting effect here for the Bizarre collectors, same for the nacelle colouring as well. Got these lovely red impulse engines. Then we also see the red stripes do pop quite nicely against this dark hull material as well. There's that nacelle colouring again. Again, we've still got the station keeping lights there. Let's look down the top. Again, you can see that red really does stand out lovely against this black material. You see this etched pattern within the material itself. I've got some more of the cyan lighting there. And then we've got the deflector array effect here and here. Again, on the underside, more of that etched pattern and more of the cyan lighting effects there as well. Here we have the Borg Vanity shield, so it gives your vessel the look of a liberated Borg vessel. We've got the grey hull material, and it's got various shapes to the hull plating to give a pattern effect. Got this blue with a slight red glow around it there for the Bizarre collector effects. The blue there for the nacelle colour. Then we can see some of this lighting effect going on as well. And that's exposed areas of hull. So underneath that lighting effect is a conduit material. At the rear there, again, the blue for the impulse engines with this red glow around it. The blue there on the nacelle, and you can see quite a bit of the detail there of the pattern effect from the various shapes of hull plating. Also notice that the blinking effect is a bit slower now on the lights there. Let's look down at the top. So we've got this lovely blue pattern effect as a deflector effect there. You can see these conduit material with the blue lighting, a touch of this orangey gold lighting there as well. Let's look at the underside. You can see quite a bit more of that conduit material effect there with the different lightings. And then more of the hull plate pattern effect as well. Here we have the Discovery Vanity Shield. So this shield has two different visual appearances depending on your faction alignment. So we'll have a look at the Federation aligned first, and then we'll look at the Klingon aligned next. So for Federation aligned, you get the appearance of Starfleet vessels in Season 1 of Discovery. So we've got a couple of different shades of grey for the hull material, with a bit of a pattern effect in the lighter grey sections. Got this bright blue for the nacelle colour. The Bussard collector effect there looks slightly off compared to other models, but it does have blue and it's more white with a pattern effect there. At the rear here we have this honeycomb red for the impulse engines. There's that blue effect there for the nacelles, and you can just make out the pattern effect there on the Bussard collector. You notice that the station keeping or the nav lights there, colours changed from green to blue and it's no longer blinking. Let's look down. We've got the white with the blue spoke effect for the deflector pattern there. Some more of the blue lighting. Then we see the different shades to the hull material as well, with that slight pattern effect on the lighter grey areas. And the same here on the underside. Here we have the Discovery Vanity Shield on a KDF aligned character. So we've got this red with this pulsating white effect for the Bussard collectors. We've got this pattern design here for the nacelles. Then we've got this brown hull material, and it's got various shapes within its pattern. This yellow and white pattern effect for the impulse engines there. There's more of that nacelle pattern effect as well. Then we see all the various shapes throughout the hull material, giving that pattern effect to it. Then we've got this yellow and white pattern effect as the deflector there. And again, you can see the full scale of the pattern throughout the hull material. Next up, we are looking at the Emperor's Vanity Shield. We've got this darker grey hull material. This bright yellow and white for the nacelle effect there. Slightly darker yellow for the Bussard collectors. That cyan effect there for the impulse engines. And you can see these blue illuminated dots throughout the hull material. So it does cover the full ship, and it's almost like a starfield kind of effect. There's that yellow again there for the nacelle colouring. You see a lot more of that blue illuminated dot pattern there on the side. The lights are almost a very light purple colour now. As we look down, you can see some of this purple shading now. And this lovely orange pattern there for the deflector effect. We see some orange lighting here as well at the front of the nacelles. And we're seeing some more of that orange lighting there as well beneath the primary hull, along with that purple shading, and there's more of that blue illuminated dot visible. Next up, we're looking at the Ferengi Vanity Shield. So we have this almost orange effect there for the Bassard collectors. It's very bright yellow for the nacelles. We have the orange hull material that we see on Ferengi vessels in the TV shows, along with some touches of grey and gold shading as well. And we're the very deep yellow into orange effect there for the impulse engines. The bright yellow there on the nacelles, touches of grey there, the hull material. And within the orange material itself, you can see some pattern effect. And there's also touches of a rivet effect to the material as well. As we look down, this yellow there for the deflector colouring. We've got a what appears to be a bluish colour surrounding it. And we see some more of the gold shading there at the rear with the grey. And there's that rivet pattern within the hull material as well. Then we've got some more of that gold shading material there as well. Or touches of the grey. And some touches of the rivet material as well. This is the Hur'q Vanity Shield. So I've got this pale green hull material and this purple shading there. Got the green there for the Bassard collectors and the nacelle colouring. And then we've also got this illuminated green hull material as well. Got this pattern green effect for the impulse engines. That green nacelle colour, that illuminated hull material there. Then you see this black shading in the hull material giving this pattern effect as well. The green and blue deflector pattern there. More of that illuminated green hull material. Touch more of the purple and the black shading as well. Quite a bit more of that illuminated green pattern there on the underside of the primary hull. More of the purple shading there, and then the black shading giving that look to the hull material. This is the Kelvin Divergence Vanity Shield. So like the Discovery one, it does have two different appearances depending on your faction alignment. So for Federation aligned, we get the look of the Starfleet vessels in the reboot films. So we'll have this light grey hull material with a pattern throughout it. This blue and white nacelle colouring, and then this god-awful Bassard Collector effect that is based off of the Bassard Collector and the Kelvin in the first film. This orange pattern effect for the impulse engines. There's that blue and white nacelle colouring again, and then that effect for the Bassard Collector there. And we're back to the normal blinking rate of the lights there on the pylons, and they are the orange and green. Then as we look down, we can see the pattern effect on the hull material. Then with this lovely blue pattern design as the deflector array pattern. So it does mimic the look of the deflector array from the Enterprise in the reboot films. And the underside is just the hull material with the pattern effect throughout it. Here we have the Kelvin Divergence Vanity Shield on a Klingon aligned character. So we've got different shades of green for the hull material with some touches of grey. See that yellow lighting effect there at the front also. We've got this yellow as the Bassard Collector. Then we've got this blue honeycomb pattern for the nacelle itself. The red honeycomb pattern there for the impulse engines. More of that yellow lighting there. And that blue pattern effect on the nacelle. See some more of that grey shading with the different shades of green there for the hull. Then we can see more of that yellow lighting there. Then this lovely red pattern effect as the deflector effect there. And the different shades of green there for the hull material. And the same there on the underside. Another very popular shield in the game is the Section 31 Vanity Shield. So we've got a two-tone hull material with the darker shading and a slightly lighter shading there. This very vibrant cyan lighting effect for the nacelle colourings. Then the Bassard Collectors have this red look to them on this particular model. Normally the Bassard Collectors are blacked out with a slight red illumination, but for the size of the Bassard Collectors in this model, it is just giving us the red illumination quite prominently there. A very bright red honeycomb impulse engines there. And that very bright cyan lighting for the nacelles. And then we can see the different shades there for the hull material. Look down, we've got this lovely blue pattern deflector array effect here. Then some more of that cyan lighting as well. A bit of a stripe pattern to the section of the hull material. I say the two-tone for the primary colours there as well. Then underside again, more of that stripe pattern material, and then the different shades there for the main hull as well. Then we have the Tzenkethi Vanity shield, and it's a very, very busy shield, this one. So we have, for the primary colours, is green, grey and black shading there. And then you'll see all these illuminated panels throughout the whole material. That's also part of the shading. And we can also see the pulsating effect as well at certain points of that light panelling material. We have a white pattern effect there on the facade collectors, and white for the nacelles as well. White there on the impulse engines. Again, more of that pulsating light effect there. And the white there for the nacelles. Then we get to start to see some of this carved pattern within the hull material as well. Some more of that pulsating light effect going along this section of the body. We see some more of that black shading there. That's lovely warm orange colour for the deflector pattern there. And quite a bit more of the black shading on the underside of the primary hull. And more of that pulsating light panelling as well throughout the material. And the final shield that's currently available in the Dilithium store is the Zhat Vash Vanity shield. So we have a olive green and sandy brown for the hull material with some touches of grey. This very bright green for the nacelle colour, and a green and white pattern effect there on the facade collectors. With this vibrant red there for the impulse engines. And that bright green there on the nacelle. As we look down, you see some more of that grey shading there. This lovely green pattern effect as the deflector effect there. And then just with the colours and the pattern there, always reminds me of a army type camouflage with this shield. And that concludes our look at the Grissom. So thank you all very much for watching. You'll find in the description below links to my Real Merch affiliate with a discount code, my X and Blue Sky social media accounts. Also have links there for the STO wiki and the main Star Trek Online news blog. And if you're looking for more content, do check out Casual Sab, Nick NB and MC Stu. Their YouTube and Twitch channels are listed there, and they have a whole host of content. It's all very entertaining and very informative as well. So until the next video or the next live stream, thanks again for watching.